like a broken soul in a wonderland without angels. This is how I feel when the mirror shows me a stranger. Yeah. And I know they're just fragments of a world where your absence all I get to see. Take me back to the planet where you and I are still meant to be. 'Cause I'm incomplete when you ain't by my side, when you don't wake up next to me. Yeah, I'm incomplete. I need you here tonight to cover up these empty sheets. 'Cause I'm incomplete. Yeah, I'm incomplete. Hey. 'Cause I'm incomplete. I need you here tonight to cover up these empty sheets. 'Cause I'm incomplete. Crack of dawn, I imagine you waiting by my doorstep. But it won't be long before I realize it's a picture in my head, in my head. And I know they're just fragments of a world where your absence all I get to see. Take me back to the planet where you and I are still meant to be. 'Cause I'm incomplete when you ain't by my side, when you don't wake up next to me. Yeah, I'm incomplete. I need you here tonight to cover up these empty sheets. 'Cause I'm incomplete. 'Cause I'm incomplete. I need you here tonight.
Hey there, viewers, fans, and subscribers all the same, and welcome to the documentation about the Alliance of Chaos. Join with me here are two of the three founders of Allies of Chaos. Unfortunately, Bobby Griffin was not able to join us for this podcast. Joining with me is Grimwavetheking and Shadow Man.
Yo. Hi.
Yep.
So nervous. Grim,
There-
you sound so nervous, man.
Because I am.
There is nothing you guys need to be nervous about. This is...
Oh, no, I'm chill, man. I'm chill.
Yep, that's all there is to it. It's just a matter of being cool as a cucumber, and we let the sandwich of the conversation unfold.
You're making me hungry. Damn.
I'm already hungry. I'm trying to see if I can heat this stuff up in the microwave, but it's going to be a minute. So tell me, guys, how did the whole thing with AoC first come about?
Well, I mean, Grim could start with that since it was his idea and Bobby's.
So, wow, hold up. So basically, so after GEF disbanded, Bobby was like clan solo, and I asked him, because he was asking me how I was doing that one day, and I asked him, "Do you want to make a clan?" And he was like, "I'm not sure."
Hold
And I
it,
was like-
slow the roll. Bobby Griffin was in Global Elite Fighters?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wow, okay, I did not know that.
I don't know what his GEF account was. I mean, you can check the game packs, but getting I asked him. He said he didn't know the first time, and then the second time he was like, "Why not?" So we decided to make a clan name. I mean, decided to make the clan. We didn't know what to call it, but then it was originally going to be called gods of power, but we
Yeah.
scrapped it.
GOP sounds like a nice name.
But we changed it because he brought up the idea of Alliance of Chaos, and I was like, why not? So we did Alliance of Chaos and we put AoC in it. You know.
Nice creativity.
So,
Between Allies of Chaos and Alliance of Chaos, I was a little dubious about either or.
I mean,
Both could work, honestly.
did I say if I said Allies? I'm sorry. It's Alliance.
Well, no.
Yeah,
I said that
yes.
because that's how it was originally when the clan first came about. When I first heard of it, it was Allies of Chaos, and then you guys changed it to Alliance, and that's why I'm thinking either or. It could work. It could work both ways with the name.
Yeah, it was originally Alliance of Chaos, but some people saw it as Allies. We didn't care either or, but it was officially Alliance of Chaos,
Yeah.
to be correct.
Mhm.
Alliance of Chaos. Okay.
So
Who were the initial members of AoC aside from you guys?
like all of them.
The initial,
Well,
your initial recruits, and then yeah, we can just go into details from there.
Initially, in the beginning, Grim came to me about wanting to start a clan, and he needed help for it, so I was willing to help him on that. And then from there, we managed to pick up, what was his name, Lusor Moritz. I believe he's the brother of Julian, if I'm correct. And then from there, we decided to pick up Swifty. Let's see, Leo, the Leopold 33, of course.
And Serenity.
Yeah, we picked up Serenity. Let's see, who else? I believe we picked up, Extinct Elise. We picked up Autobots 390, or also known as Enderson.
Okay.
Yeah.
We also picked up DCW Galvatron, Atlas Warrior when he respectfully left CDF because of his personal reasons. I think that was it for the first outline, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Okay, and that sounds about
the
right.
first, yeah.
Because all of a sudden it's like it was something new, something fresh, and it's like a whole lot of the newer era players just flooded right into this clan.
Yeah. I mean, eventually, like, from there, we picked up more people through certain connections, like Riley. We picked him up because him and Swifty are good friends, so we picked him up. He was on board with it. Yeah, Riley Escobar.
Oh, wait, no, we originally did pick up Lionel, too.
Oh, yeah, and Lionel. My bad. We also picked him up.
Oh, from the pub stomping crew, Lionel?
Yep.
Oh, wow. 2341, yep. I'll be doggone.
We picked him up, yep. He was a cool little fit, though. And then after that, we picked up more members. We picked up D-Pro. D-Pro was cool. Who else? I mean, I don't know who else was. Oh, and then, for like, after a while, we picked a lot of members. We got Jupiter Boy.
That's a nice pick right there.
Yeah, MOD player. And then, after that, I mean, a lot of members did leave. Like, Serenity, he left because of the whole clan shit. And then Galvatron left.
Yeah, Galvatron left quite a few times. We gave him a few chances. But there were some situations where, when we faced Nemesis, I think it was after Conquest, he decided to, leave. I don't know necessarily if he ditched us or not, but I believe after that.
In the middle of the clan battle?
Yeah, it was like after Conquest he left. He didn't help us with TDM. We were like, okay, that's fine. We'll just shorten it to 5v5. It's fine. But later we did talk to him about it, and he stated his feelings about it.
Strong ass feelings.
Hmm.
Yeah.
What were you guys' first clan battles? And what were they like?
Our first one, of course, was with Tact. Um, let's see. Then from there, we did Nemesis. After Nemesis, we did ROK, I believe.
Yeah.
I think that's it. Oh, I almost forgot one. We also did Battle CDF, but that battle went horrible.
And then we tried to plan battle Cap, but that also went horrible.
Yeah.
How did you guys manage to get the battle with Cap? I thought Cap was inactive after Flux left the grid.
As we were on the grid forming, getting our full setup, all of our team members and stuff, Cap started coming back in the picture where the leadership was passed on to Cap Elite. I don't know his main account, so I'm just gonna call him Elite. And he recruited people like Stefan, Winx Club 66. He also picked up DCW Galvatron, and some other people that I'm not quite sure who they are. I would have to look at those.
Swaggy or Swag something. I don't know.
Oh, Swag's with the numbers?
Yep, he picked him up.
Nice.
And yeah, when we tried clan battling Cap, the problem that arose was when we tried doing it, there were some problems with people showing up and stuff. But eventually, that was solved. But when we did the actual battle during Capture Flag, there were a few problems that arose during the battle. When I'm trying to remember, Elite, he left during the match, and I was just there watching, just out of sight, out of mind, just watching to see how it went. And after the battle, we lost, unfortunately, but it's not a big deal at the moment. But
it didn't turn out to be an official clan battle because we never had Conquest or TDM at the end.
Yeah, like several problems occurred during it and stuff, and then Steph and Jeff started saying stuff that we were just like, really? But we just laughed at the end. It was just like, what's whatever.
He threatened us. He said, I recorded a video. I'm gonna post it on YouTube. I was like, fuck it, go do it. I don't care.
Yeah, me and Grim, we told them that we really didn't care. If they do, the people in the community will see who's right about it and stuff. So we didn't even care. As far as we know, nothing was posted about it on YouTube. So, yeah.
It really didn't happen. So yeah.
Okay. How did the teamwork function for your team?
Hold up, I'll be right back.
All right.
I could answer that question unless we want to wait for Grim to come back.
You can go into detail on it.
Well, let's see, in my perspective, based on how our team worked, when we did our first clan battle with you guys, TAC, before we started, we tried to figure out who we wanted to face and stuff, and we're like, okay, we gotta test this based on our teamwork, not because we want to win or lose. We just want to test to see how our teamwork is, and if it's not at a certain level, then we need to fix some things. So we're like, okay, what's the best way we can test this out? And we're like, the best clan that's at least on our level right now would have to be TAC, because every other clan is above our level. So we have to play it safe. So we ultimately decided to face TAC. From there, let's see, we decided that we tried to plan things out, who would have this role and who would have that role. And it worked out well in our favor.
There was only one person that kept using the same role over and over, didn't want to switch. And that was DCW Galvatron or Def Gun. He kept using Destroyer.
Yeah, but we decided to look at the bright side of it and use that to our advantage. Galvatron, or Death Gun in this case, wanted to flag run. So ultimately we decided to let him do that. Swifty chimed in with a plan, and he's a very good strategist on those type of situations.
I was about to say, it sounds like Swifty's strong point is definitely with being the man with the plan.
Yeah, and in that battle, I stated my opinion stuff, so did Grim.
Yeah.
And in my position, I decided to defend the flag and also be a distraction for when Galvatron gets the flag or whoever gets the flag. And it worked well in our favor. And after the battle, we thought to ourselves, with this type of the way we think and stuff, this could work against other clans. And, it worked pretty well against Nemesis. I mean, we lost, but, it still worked pretty well. And Nemesis, or in this case, I should say Blaze, he admitted that, it was a very fun clan battle. Because, like, AoC wasn't, solely focused on, winning all the time. We just want to have some fun, a little bit of, competition, but not to the point where it's over dramatic.
Just care about the points. Yeah.
Like, the points didn't really matter to our clan.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's more of a side thing about that. It's not something that you need to focus on. Otherwise, if you spend so much time focusing on winning, you lose sight of why it is that you want to win.
Exactly.
Yep.
Let's see, how did teamwork function? Go ahead, Grims.
I was gonna say, like, our very first clan battle was, of course, with you guys. The feeling was really good because it was our very first one. And we won. It was really happy. We were all happy that one day.
Yeah, everyone was proud of themselves.
Yeah. As you guys should be. It's a pretty good accomplishment. Because you're your very first clan that beat Tact in a flawless 3-0 debut.
Yeah.
That's a very good accomplishment.
Yeah.
What was you guys' hardest CBs, or what was the hardest clan battles that you guys had fought?
Graham, you can go ahead and state your opinion on that. I can state mine last.
All right. The hardest ones we had was R.O.K. and Nemesis. The other two clans, I really wouldn't count them. Cap or
CDF.
Yeah. But mostly Nemesis, because they have some really OP players.
Yeah.
Some really good ones.
The only slight issue in the battle of ROK was lag a little bit, but we were like, you know what, it's fine, just keep it going.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there, from the toughest CBs, my next question here was the last clan battle that you guys had fought, and then what had led into the clan being disbanded.
Last clan battle. I believe that was against Tact, I believe.
Yeah.
If I'm
the
not
one
mistaken.
Second rematch.
Yeah, our last clan battle was, we were going to face ROK again, but that didn't happen. Because we never got to it, unfortunately. But our last clan battle was against, you guys, Tact.
Yeah, Tact.
Okay.
And it was Newman was in charge of it, but he failed.
I do remember most of how it is that went, because I know that you guys did come to me about wanting to have another clan battle with Tact. I had focused on something IRL at that time, and so I left the proceedings of, say, clan battle to Newman 30 or Tact Metroplex in my stead, in order to see to that affair while I was away.
Ooh, I'm dead.
And so when the time is when I did get back in, I got back in like like what, an hour later after that clan battle was to start, and you guys are just getting in round 2. That's why I knew. Okay, I know some shit's going down. Let me hop on and get up in there just in case. And then as soon as I join the chat, I get spammed with a lot of messages like, "Yep, better get a drink. Then this is gonna be a while."
Yep.
Yeah. We honestly, in AOC's defense, we honestly didn't want to, have that battle go awry the way it did.
I know, and lag does happen at times, and so lag makes a lot of unusualness and unease happen, and so it pays to have somebody try and have a little bit of clarity, or we want to try and keep a collected sense of perspective on the clan battle, even when lag is persisting, and then we can definitely make it a good game all the same.
I mean, the only reason it went wrong, the whole second match the whole second clan battle with Tech, is because during the capture the flag, the first round of CTF, I lagged out, and then we rehosted. Yeah. We rehosted the second CTF, and then they complained about saying last CTF, the first CTF, they had 1 point, but that really didn't matter. And when
we did the redo, they want it's okay. But in the redo, I can't remember who exactly said this, but some of the guys from TAX said that when they do the redo, they should have that 1 point. Guys, it's a full redo. You don't get that 1 point if it's a full redo. That's not gonna happen.
Right, and that is something that I did have to explain to the person I put in charge about how the whole premise of a redo is supposed to happen, because this is something that was explained to past clan leaders or clan representatives once upon a time before our guys' time in the community, and how a redo happens. And so when that happens, everything that happened from the past session is now no longer valid.
Yeah.
It's a complete reset.
Do you want, the only reason we called it off, or they wanted to call it off, is because Newman was like, we have Moonwalker, and he wanted to invite Moonwalker during the match, and we were like, if you want, do it, but he said stop, and we did it, and Newman eventually left the game.
That's something else. I mean, that's another trick that is a legal play to do in a game, because as long as it is known ahead of time, it is possible to invite players on the fly in the middle of a game match, as long as it is put out ahead of time, because you can make switch-ins during a match, because that's going to happen where occasionally there may be 5 or 6 players, but that 6th person is going to log out or sit out, depending upon whatever the premise of that match is. But it is known ahead of time that a sub-in is about to happen. That way, it's not a surprise when someone just randomly comes into the match.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't care if, they invited Moonwalker during the game. We didn't care.
Right.
But, when Grim disconnected, we knew that Grim wasn't going to connect into the middle of the game. We knew that for a fact.
My thing here is, though, for that one in reflection, who were the hosts of that match? That way, that would give me an idea on how connections would work, and then how you probably have to compensate.
I believe it was Newman's or Shadow's host.
It was either mine or Newman's. I can't exactly remember.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, the players that were in it was Newman, Noah, Benbug, Noah, Shock, and King of Scratch, A7.
And also Half-Life was there, but apparently he had to go. But Newman said that Half-Life didn't say anything about it. So, and Newman was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Well, gotta communicate with him and let him know. Half-Life does have a mic, and Half-Life can talk. Just gotta give him an idea on what's up and give him a heads up.
The thing is, he never uses it. I don't know why.
Half-Life does use it. Yeah, I've heard him before. And also the problems on TAC side, where apparently Shock wasn't listening to Newman, and I believe Noah wasn't listening as well. I'm not entirely sure.
That was something that was brought to my attention from Newman, and that's why I also wanted to have that understood with them is that I did put him in charge of that clan battle, so even though they might not see him as a figurehead in some sense, for this clan battle in particular, you do want to try to work with him in order to accomplish the same objective in defeating AoC. And then as that did go on, and then we did go into round 2, and it did finally start, then yeah, I know that Newman did go on ahead and log off. And so rather than me finishing this like what I usually do with anybody else I put in charge of these situations, I instead took a gamble on this, which miraculously oddly paid off, in placing King of the Scrap in charge of this operation, since he did want to try and work with Tact and with Shock and Moonwalker that were there. Moonwalker being also a second in command of Tact. I also told Moonwalker that for this one, although I would logically put you in charge of this, I want to give this opportunity to Scrap or Shock to see if they can come up with something to work with on this one rather than us coming in here. And I want you to observe how they're doing this and to observe how it is that I'm going to try to go ahead with this decree.
And Scrap did pretty well as far as I know.
He did. He came up with a very impressive conquest layout out of nowhere that was able to miraculously keep up with the pressure on you guys. And even with lag that happened with me and Grimm's loading out of the match right at the beginning.
Yeah.
And it was still able to work even without me or him being there, which again I give King of the Scrap a huge amount of props for.
Man, fuck that dude.
Shush.
I hate him. A7, fuck you. Okay, let's continue.
Graham, come
Fine.
on.
Very well, but props is props. Okay,
Yeah,
and so
props.
that was the thoughts on you guys' last CB. But alright, so what was the process here and how the group had disbanded, and your thoughts on the members going into newer opportunities on the grid?
How do we start this? Grim, do you want to start or do you want me to start?
About like the disbanding?
Yeah, I mean, I can be more detailed about it
Yeah.
if you want me to go. Okay. So what happened was, unfortunately, what happened was some situations were happening behind the scenes where some people weren't getting along at certain points, and between me and Graham, there was some heat going on behind the scenes, and we honestly deeply apologize for that, and we've moved past it respectfully. But what happened was there were some things I was not happy with. I can't exactly remember what it was. That might come back to me, but there were some things I wasn't happy about, and I let that get to me to where I accidentally said some things that I shouldn't have said behind closed doors, and unfortunately it led to AoC disbanding, well, to Graham's decision of disbanding AoC, and some of the members in AoC did not get the full story on what exactly happened. And some of you guys know who you are. And then eventually, me and Grim decided to talk one day, and we decided just to put it behind us, and just accept what happened. It's in the past. We all make mistakes.
Yeah.
There's no sense in keeping a grudge or having beef between each other and whatnot. So that's in the past, and certain members, due to what happened, some have an ill mind towards Grim. And you know who you are, respectfully. But yeah, but in the situation, it wasn't, Grim's fault. It was also mine. And I admit that.
I take more blame.
But in the situation, it was both our faults with AoC disbanding. And there have been talks here and there about AoC coming back, but for the meantime, those are just rumors.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe one day AoC will come back, but for right now, it's just all rumors.
Yeah. I mean, there's some making already clan accounts thinking AoC's coming back, and I'm not going to say who. But, I mean, it might come back, like Shadow said, but as of right now, just no. I don't see no interest of bringing it back.
Okay. And for, I guess, the members that you guys have going on to newer clan opportunities?
Well, some of our members have moved on to different clans. For example, Leo, he moved on and he joined Furious, yeah. So did Autobots 390 or Anderson, he joined Furious as well.
Restivi. Oh, we forgot Restivi. He did join us.
Oh yeah, Restiva, yeah. We almost forgot about him. He moved on and he joined ACW. Fan Ninja was with us in AoC as well.
We forgot about him too. Damn it.
Yeah.
Don't worry about
sorry
that.
For our memories kind of suck.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's all good.
But Fan
Ninja too, because he went with he made a clan. I mean, I'm not gonna say he made it because the leader is kind of inactive, but he's a
Art revived it. But Fan and Commando are respectfully leading it at the moment, and they're doing a pretty good job at it actually.
Yeah, Fan and Commando.
So yeah, Fan moved on to ACW. So did Restiva. And Galvatron. He's in ACW now. Swifty and Riley are at the moment clanless.
Swifty's trying to join tech.
Yeah. Let's see who else.
Jupiter Boy is trying to join tech too.
Supposedly, I'm not quite sure about that.
What about these guys? There was someone I don't know if they were associated with AoC. One dude called Happy Kid.
Actually, a little fun fact about Happy Kid. Grim was thinking about recruiting Happy Kid, but
yeah.
Did Happy Kid say no, or
at the end
I can't remember.
No, he didn't want to.
No, Happy Kid refused Grim's offer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there was already several people who Grim tried to recruit, and also me. Let's see, Grim, I believe you tried going after iClutch on her.
Yeah.
He said maybe at first, but then he said no.
It's too much commitment.
I believe. Didn't you ask Be Easy?
Yeah, I asked Be Easy. And again, he said he would think about it, but he said at the end he didn't want to.
That would have been a nice pickup, because I know Beezy, ex-Beezy, I know he's been in this community a while, because everybody on leaderboards knows him and Lionel.
Yeah.
Yeah. I try to ask. I can't drive.
Yeah.
Turn it down because he doesn't.
Yeah. Yeah, that's understandable why he doesn't.
Yeah. Who else? I mean, that's basically all I forget. I remember.
And that's okay. I mean, that's the main bulk of it. If there's any other members, I can always put them in the description as indicated. That way they can also be included alongside the clan where they made their debut, and where a lot of their opinions and advents into the community were fairly well structured and tethered here.
Yeah.
Extinct.
There was. Yeah, Extinct.
Else.
Let's see. Oh yeah, there was Grim. You almost forgot Chillin' Villain.
Yeah, I tried to recruit him.
Yeah, but
yeah, never wanted to. Because him and Extinct are good friends.
I know Chillin. Chillin's been in this around for a while. Chillin was actually CEG once upon a time.
Holy shit.
oh really?
Yeah, A7.
Oh,
Yeah, A7 recruited him and the Dante very early when him and Gods first made CEG.
What happened?
Interesting.
Why did he leave or what?
Chillin' Villain fell out of the FoC scene for a while just because of stuff IRL, and so because those were CEG's 2-star players outside of God the Kid and the original account owner of CEG King Killer 1.
Who the fuck is that?
And then it was mainly just the Dante. Although the Dante I can understand being one of their best players, if not their best player at that time, because he's an old player of WCW.
Oh, one thing that I slightly forgot.
Mm-hmm.
What?
There was one clan that wanted to clan battle us, but we did not deny their offer. That would be UNK. We denied UNK's offer for a clan battle due to a heated situation with Unknown.
Okay.
Yeah. And then Nova kept like after us noobs and nubs, but we didn't really care. Call us pussies.
Well, a difference.
Yeah, they were constantly complaining about about not having a clan battle with us because they couldn't get their way. Then eventually they started turning around and started respecting our decisions and stuff, just trying to get a clan battle with us. I mean, we were in the talks of maybe having one with them, but our members didn't want to have that due to their personal reasons, and we respect their decisions.
Yeah.
So ultimately, we just didn't fight them at all.
Yeah.
Okay.
I also want to say something.
Sure. And then that'll bring our doc to a close.
Bobby, he was, me and him were the leaders, but I was mostly the main one because he really wasn't around that much because due to real life issues and problems, he really didn't get along. He couldn't get online much because no shit. We almost
had him at second tag battle, but he couldn't show up, unfortunately.
Yeah, I was looking forward to finally meeting with him because I haven't had a chance to really sit and talk with Bobby since back on WFC, back with an old clan he originally came from once upon a time.
DM.
Yep, Demolishers. That would be it.
Yeah.
With his old DM Yo Baby Food account.
Dude,
for the trolls.
I can't believe he made that.
That was him. That was all him.
A lot of people were like, "Clan bake for the win."
That's why I gotta give him credit. It's like he must be hungry sometimes when he makes these accounts.
I think so.
And then also, all AoC really not like there's like a lot of clans that have like just an example, TAC, Rhinox. It has like the Transformers name after the clan account.
Yeah.
We didn't have that. I mean, except for Ravage, that was 390's account, Autobots. But
I don't blame him for wanting the Ravager name because having the Ravager tag is just really, really sweet.
Yeah, the X.
Yeah.
Although to be fair, there are some select members of our group that haven't decided to take to one, so I can understand why you guys took to that bandwagon and try to make a whole series of clan tags that are not to the franchise.
Yeah, we try to be creative on our names.
Especially Shadow Man, Young Wicked. That's a great name.
Yeah, I made that name due to the fact that when I was brought into the community by Paul, or in this case, Unknown Nova, I rose high into the community due to how I am as a person and my skills alone. Because all around, I'm pretty much self-taught. But there were some things that Unknown Nova did teach me with the Titan that I do thank him for. So yeah, that's how that name came into picture.
I mean, my name is just anybody can do it. Like the last hope. I was like, why not?
It fit you though.
I thought it was a nice
AoC
name.
chicken nuggets, but I scrapped that idea.
Oh man, you should have done that.
You
That
should
would
have
have
done
been funny
it.
as hell.
You really should have done that, because that could have been something pretty good there. Because there was an old TFL member that had an account that was just based off of what it is that he likes to eat. It's dope and it's dumb, but it's perfect. It was called TFL Soda Chicken.
Soda chicken. That's great, man.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And how Swifty spelled his AoC account, he spelled it. It said, but you know the way he spelled it will make sense.
Yeah,
I
optimist.
don't know how he spelled it.
Nice.
Yeah.
And he is
Optimist.
optimist. That he is.
Yep. And then Riley, just AoC Death Wish. You don't see that many people with that.
Yeah. And with Swifty though, he was the only one that did the dash. He didn't do the underscore. That made his AoC account more
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
unique.
You got to look at it a second time to see that.
You know, we didn't have any problem with it. We personally didn't care. We liked that Swifty did that just to make him stand out more.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but AoC, in our opinion,
his AoC account was AoC Dark. Whoa, sorry.
let's see. Yeah, but you know, AoC was a great clan for what it was. I mean, there were some things that we wish could gone differently, but you know, mistakes happen. You just gotta own up to them.
I can respect that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You gotta cry.
Yeah. I'm gonna cry.
It's okay. I'm here for you.
My tissues at bro. Bring me some tissues.
Tissues for your issues.
Fuck.
Oh, I like that. Tissues for your
What?
issues. I like that. Tissues for your issues.
Yeah. I can rhyme too.
I can't.
I'm a poet.
And yet here you
I'm
are
a
because you know it.
Whore.
Well,
Oh my
well,
god.
we can try to rhyme that, but that would be a rather bore. See what I did there?
Yeah, I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Oh, we also had people like Almighty Carnage. We had him.
Forgot about him.
We actually had this one kid in our clan named Ali Darian.
Oh yeah.
Where have I heard that
oh
name
my
from
God,
before?
we're missing everybody.
Don't worry about it. They're gonna be in the intro for the video. You'll be fine.
We're just like, damn, man.
See, it was a big clan for what it was. It was like
Yeah, Ali Darian. His AoC account was last night.
AoC last night. I made that account for him. So
Yeah.
okay. All right. And the legacy lives on with the impact that it did have in this community.
yep.
I mean, I was surprised because like to the community.
Yeah. All right, viewers, and on that notion, that'll bring our documentation about AoC to a close. For any questions, comments, or concerns, by all means, ask away in the comments section below. You guys have a blessed one in our community. And as always, till all are one.
I like pussy.
Well, we know that.
Big head. Come back.